Good morning, good morning, good morning. I gotta be careful stretching in the morning because I'm gonna have to give me a new place. I'm actually praying to move ASAP because I stretched and my hand hit the ceiling fan. Lord have mercy. I didn't cut myself, thank God, because I had it on the high speed there is, and it just like a little scratch on my finger. But anyway, I came on to say I had said that on Sundays I was gonna take the camera with me to the restaurants that I eat out at. A lot of times we just go to the buffet or to Waffle House, but I was just gonna do some different kind of places. But our favorite places is some of them boringest places. Chinese, they had the best fried rice you wouldn't believe. I don't have fried rice better than that one place, and it was in North Carolina. I only had fried rice. I have been eating fried rice at that place forever since I was a little girl. And even though it changed ownership, the food is still good. I know the Great Wall changed ownership, and the new chefs was like new culinary school graduates, and it was awful. But this restaurant has been in existence since I was a little bitty tiny girl, and the food has always remained good. So I don't know who the new owners are, but they're good cooks. But a lot of times we just go do Chinese, and it's amazing. These Chinese chefs are amazing. We go do Chinese, we go do Waffle House, or we go do the buffet. But I was just going to showcase some restaurants because I was writing about a restaurant. But it's nothing I wouldn't buy. But people were like, I just feel like the Lord is telling me to go ahead and move. Um, so I'm working on that, and I said, well, I might start me a little candy pop up just to till I get started in my other interests. And I also have an idea for a restaurant, but it's not really soul food. It's kind of um, health food, really. You know, it's kind of soul food. It's kind of home cooking / health food. And I also want to open up a candy specialty store, but because that's how I said I'm gonna give me a candy pop up, and I'm gonna be like self-employed. So I am working on moving since the Lord said to move, but I guess people must have had a real horrible reaction, a real angry reaction to me saying I'm gonna talk about the restaurant. But the food is regional. People so ignorant. The food is regional. We have here, this is Louisiana, and the indigenous people here are Native Americans, which the Native American population isn't here, except you see the things that show they were here. You see, for lack of a better word, artifacts to show that they were here at one time. But you don't necessarily see Native Americans anymore. But the population here is Africans, German, Spanish, French. Um, Let me see, and that's a whole mixture. And that's why it's called Creole mixture, Creole mixture, Creole mixture. But it doesn't mean a black light skinned person. Creole doesn't mean a black light skinned person. Even though black girls be going around saying I'm Creole, they are Creole because it's a mixture. But they probably mix with, and they can be mixed with anything. African, obviously, French, German, Spanish, whatever the population they have settled here. And you have a white Creole, you have a Spaniard mixed with German. So white Creole mean it's just a mixture, and they have taken that term. It's like the word nigger. The word that's a country. Niger, that's a country populated by black people. So they're taking a word and turning it to a derogatory racial term. And that's how like with Creole, they turn it to mean a light skinned black person, but it doesn't mean that. It just means a mixed mixture. And anybody here can be mixed. But the food, you have food sausages, that's German. Andouille sausage. You have gumbo, that's That's African stew. You have seafood because we live on the coast. You see what I'm saying? So you have seafood in your African stew, gumbo. But Cajuns take ownership of gumbo, and it is theirs. Cajuns have taken ownership of gumbo as their own food, and they restaurant the restaurants, the Cajun restaurants here. Gumbo is a high delicacy on the Cajun restaurant, but gumbo is an African dish. Gumbo is an African dish, but Cajuns take ownership of it. You know what I'm saying? So, but soul food here is cornbread, macaroni and cheese, candy yams, dirty rice, greens. You know what I'm saying? So people say fried foods, but it's not fried foods. It's not considered a soul food. Anything with the roux or gravy. Roux is that's the African. That is the African dish. The 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 broth is French. It's a clear liquid flavored broth. That's French. But the roux, the deep gravy is that's African. But people tripping on stuff. But I am going to take some of the dishes. But it's not. I'm not going to take. I'm not. The restaurant is going to be health food, stylized health food. Probably something that I've made at home. I'm just going to take it and turn it into a healthy dish. That's what I'm wishing. I'm wishing to do. To eventually open a storefront for the candy pop up, and then get enough to go ahead and open a restaurant. And at the same time, I said I could probably pursue my interests as far as some of the other things that I've written. I'm working on writing, so that's what I want to do. But some people just take things and just go all left with it. Like it's a Louisiana thing and you can't use it and whatever. You need to fuck about in Louisiana. So that's the Lord is really showing me that. Lord, forgive me for cursing. Help me to renew my mind, Lord, because I think it'd be best for my whole family if I just leave here. Not just for me, but for my whole family. So anyway, just be blessed. And I just wanted to say that people is really taking things and going in the left field. And going in and just take things I'm saying. Ain't maybe telling you I'm in my house and you listen to my business.